Viewers, tension has gripped Karnataka's Mandya after clashes between two groups during the Ganesh Chaturthi procession took place. This incident happened yesterday in Nagamangala town, where stones were allegedly pelted at the Ganesh Visarjan procession. Several devotees who were part of the procession then placed the Ganesh idol in front of the police station and staged a protest. A group also set fire to few shops and burned tires to express outrage. Police rushed to the spot to bring the situation under control. Cops remain on high alert in the area, and prohibitory orders are in place under Section 163 of the BNS. Over 50 arrests have till now been made in connection with the stone pelting and the clashes. Politics has erupted over Mandya violence, with the BJP and the JDS leaders blaming Congress government's appeasement for it.
कर्नाटक में हिंदुओं का विरोधी सरकार है, इसके कारण भी विधानसभा में पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद हुआ, कुछ नहीं हुआ, केवल हिंदुओं का अरेस्ट किया है। कर्नाटका केवल एक तरफ चल रहा है अभी, अपीसमेंट पॉलिटिक्स करो।
Karnataka basically a peaceful state. These kind of communal clashes, Kannadigas, anytime they are not supporting any party. They are very peaceful people. Because of government inefficiency to actually give some protection to one section of the society, this kind of thing is occurring again and again.
Reacting to this incident, the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah took to social media platform X to say that this was a clear attempt to disrupt communal harmony. The Chief Minister assured that stringent action would be taken against those involved, irrespective of their religious background. But the Karnataka Home Minister G. Parmeshwar stoked a controversy, saying the stone pelting was accidental and that the incident cannot be labelled as communal riots. BJP slammed the Home Minister, accusing him of trying to trivialize the alleged attack on Ganesh Chaturthi procession.
ಆಕಸ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಯಾರೋ ಕಲ್ಲು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರು ಕಲ್ಲು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಘರ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೋಮುಗಲಭೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸರ್, ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬಾಂಬ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲಾಂಗ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೀ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್
ಸ್ಪರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅದನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ನವರು. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚು
आप बोला है बहुत हल्का घटना है, ऐसा बोला है। यहाँ आना पहले, आने के बाद मालूम होता है लगभग 30-40 दुकान को लगाया है, करोड़ों रुपए नुकसान हुआ है। गणेश स्टैचू के ऊपर स्टोन से मारा है, चप्पल से फेंका है। मुझे लगता है आज कर्नाटक में कांग्रेस भी तालिबान के जैसे हो चुका है।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
For more on this, let's go across to our guests. We have Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, joining us. Atikur Rahman, political analyst, also with us. Continuing with us from debate number 1, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of BJP, and Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow of IPCS. Let me begin with you first, Syed Asad Abbas. You've seen the political comments that have come in. There are, of course, different versions of what has transpired. But you have the Home Minister of the state, Mr. G. Parmeshwar, saying that this was accidental stone pelting. What does he mean by that, sir?
I'll give you a complete context of the same, Madhav Saab. As a matter of fact, I was hearing the Superintendent of Police of Mandya, Shri Mallikarjun Baldandi Ji, who clearly stated that there was a route which was planned for the same. Unfortunately, the route was deviated by 50 meters. Therefore, but what happened? Those who were taking the procession went close to the mosque, where they stalled, they took time, and then they moved from there. That is when the altercation started. The fact of the matter, had the procession and the people followed the route provided by the police officials, this wouldn't have caused.
So how is that an accident?
They stalled at the place, not for a minute or two, more than 5 to 7 minutes, when the sloganeering took place. Therefore, as for Dr. G. Parmeshwar, then is when the altercation started between the two groups. Now, the whole communal twist which is given by BJP, thanks to them, everything they will look into it with the prism of Hindu-Muslim. But that is not going to work. The fact of the matter, Parmeshwarji, the Home Minister, also stated that more than 50 people have been arrested from both the groups. And therefore, those who are found to be guilty on the same will be reprimanded on the same front. I would definitely say, coming from the land of Karnataka, Madhav Saab, that always bringing in a divisive force like Hindu-Muslim, this will only suit the likes of the BJP. This is in no way going to help. The fact that
let me just stop you there. I've asked you twice now. What explains the Home Minister's comment that this was accidental stone pelting? I haven't got a clear answer from you, but let me put the question across to the BJP spokesperson. The charge coming in is that it was, the other side, one particular community's shops, etc., that were attacked, that led to the flare-up. You are, of course, claiming that this is some kind of appeasement that has led to this. Your political party's leaders have said that, but the charge being made is that there were people of both communities who have been arrested at the end of the day. So don't just blame one side.
See, Madhav G, accidental stone pelting is an oxymoron. Now, how can stone pelting happen, subconsciously or accidentally? I want to ask, this is for the first time I'm hearing this term that accidental stone pelting has taken place. Clearly, the Home Minister is trying to cover up because of his vote bank compulsions. And I charge, and my argument is because this is not an isolated incident. What happened at the birthplace of Lord Hanuman? They came in the pressure of the SDPI. They had to remove and they had to file a complaint. What happened in the case of the Rameshwar blast case? They said that it's a business rivalry. After that, the NI had to step in, and then you got to know about the terror plot. And this is not for the first time that stone pelting has happened under the Congress government. Last year in Hubli, the same incident happened. In Bangalore last year, the same incident happened. September last year in Shivmoga, stone pelting took place. In October last year, Udupi, the stone pelting took place. In November last year, Mysore, the stone pelting took place. In February of this year in Bengaluru, it happened. In April of this year in Mangalore, it happened. In June of this year in Hubli, it happened. In August of this year in Mysore, it happened. In September of this year, Udupi, it happened. In all these cases, the victims have been Hindus. So if you tell me that this is a case of quote-unquote accidental stone pelting, what about all of this? My charge is that because of vote bank compulsions, Congress party is promoting fundamentalist elements who are taking law in their own hand, and Congress is not able to act on them purely because of vote bank compulsions.
Atikur Rahman, it's purely appeasement politics, vote bank compulsions that has led to this situation. This is a charge that has been leveled before by the BJP. They've said this when they were, controversial slogans of Pakistan Zindabad that were allegedly chanted in the Vidhan Sauda. They've said this in the aftermath of the Rameshwaram blast, where they said that the state government tried, or at least was not able to even nab the suspects at that point of time. All of that, they say, is pointing to one direction, that is of appeasement. Your response?
Madam, Mr. Bhandari is quite right in saying that this is not the first time that the stone pelting has been recorded from the Muslim side, on the Hindu side, and Hindus being the victims. But this could be, Mr. Bhandari, a large debate we are debating only if you people, the politicians, the political class, around the year, Madhav, around the year, they spew venom against each other. Every political leader with every religious human this thing, they are, spreading hate in our society, and this results on these occasions when people want to enjoy their religiosity in these pubs, in these festivals. Who is to blame? Tell me one neta, one politician who has been punished either by the police or the court in the past 10 years or 15 years. Nobody. The common people suffer, Mr. Bhandari. If you are playing the victim card, you should adhere to the Supreme Court guideline that the moment you speak against anybody, you should be behind bars, and the police have been given the direction. Is the police acting, Madhav? We haven't seen this in the past fortnight. How many religious leaders have really spread hate against one community? But nobody gets punished. It results on this day we are debating this. This can be last time if we mend our ways.
Let me bring in Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, this is a fair criticism that end of the day, all politicians are guilty of making hate speeches, provocative speeches that lead to these kind of situations on ground. If the politicians tone down or dial down their rhetoric, this would not be the case. Of course, it's a larger debate, not just related to the Karnataka issue that we're speaking, but since our question's been asked, please respond.
See, Madhav, as far as I know, the difference between a human and an animal is that humans have agency, animals don't. They have independent thought and independent will. Just because somebody says something, does that mean you're going to do it? What kind of a justification of is this? Does he think we're all cows or goats or pigs? किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, so you will go stone a Ganesh Chaturthi procession, is it? Look at what accidental stone pelting is. Let's take an object, say this. Stone pelting requires you to first aim. It requires you to lift your arm. It requires you to push it back to gain momentum and then throw it. All of this requires a little bit of actionable intelligence. There is no such thing as accidental stone pelting. Second, our other panelists, did you notice how he contradicted himself? The thing deviated 50 meters. So if you deviate 50 meters, you deserve to get stones pelted on. So what if I miss a turn? Supposing I'm on the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, I miss a turn and go to Jaipur. The moment I get off the off-ramp, I'm meant to be stoned, is it? And they meant, apparently it's a crime in India to spend 5 to 7 minutes outside a mosque. In India, apparently Ganesha should not be kept outside a mosque to 5 to 7 minutes. That justifies throwing stones at you. What kind of arguments are these? One is arguing that humans don't have any agency, we're no different from animals. Another is arguing a Hindu can't. The mosque is the premises of the mosque. Your mosque ends where the public road begins.
Saeed Abbas, to respond to that, and in any event, at the end of the day, what was the police doing? If they knew that there is a procession that is to take place, they should have made adequate arrangements. That is on the state government and the state police.
Police did the best at their services, Madhav Saab. 2 of the police officials on duty were injured on the same front. Also, my good friend who spoke before me, respected sir, these aren't my words. Kindly read. Please be informed. It is SP Mallikarjun Baldandi who made the same statement. Also, as a matter of fact, sir, you're not aware of law and order situation. When a route is designed, mapped, and given to the respective procession holders, you're supposed to follow it, sir, not deviate. When there are sensitive areas, it's bound to be. And respected, sir, my friend Pradeep Bhandari, you're so selective. You do not mention what happened in Rani Bennur in Baswaraj Bommai's time. Here in Karnataka, very interesting that you lay out all of the incidents which took place during the Congress party. Very well, sir, you can call out that. But what about all the communal incidents which took place during BJP? You're very silent and selective, sir. Why so? If you're calling out so many, call out all the communal incidents took place under the rule of Yediyurappa Ji and Baswaraj Bommai Ji.
Okay, Pradeep Bhandari, your track record is also not very good when it comes to communal incidents. There's no justification for any communal incident, but since the question's been asked, please respond.
There is no justification for any communal incident, but my point is on this panel, you had Atikur Ji saying that the logic Atikur Ji is giving that a terrorist will remain a terrorist till the time you do not stop inflammatory statements. So the way people justify terrorism, he's justified stone pelting. What type of an argument is this that an individual will have, as Abhijit was saying, will consciously peddle stone, and it is happening because somebody at some corner has made a statement or an inflammatory speech. So which means that he is justifying violence. Point number 1. Are there no-go areas in Karnataka where Hindus cannot go? Is this constitution defines that, okay, fine, public places are not for access for Hindus in some part of Karnataka, in some places where the demography is tilted? What type of an argument is it? Even imagine that the route shifts by 200 meters. Does it give permission to individuals to peddle stones? That is my primary argument. Number 3, who collected the stone? It could not have happened that suddenly the stones had appeared at that place. You've covered so many places. It is a pre-planned incident. So my charge is it could not have happened till the time collection and accumulation of stones at the spot happened. And point number 2, it happened consciously. Point number 3, the SP did not use the word accidental stone pelting. It was used by the Home Minister. So saying that the SP also used accidental stone pelting is absolutely wrong. So again, I reiterate, it is because of vote bank compulsions. If you find a Hindu or a Christian doing stone pelting, please punish
this
it.
is not,
But
this is
please
not, I don't want to
punish
get into
those
references to
not
communities
stop-
at the moment,
Yes,
but the point...
stone pelter is a stone pelter, Madhav.
Yeah.
Do not bracket it because of
Yeah,
community. but the
anybody
victim is
engaging
you.
this
Why
is
we not having
breaking the law of the land.
punishment?
Anybody doing this is breaking the law of the land. I think that's got to be the bottom line. And of course, politicians need to be careful. Atikur Rahman, quick response. Are you justifying actions of violence with the statement that you have made?
Well tried, Mr. Bhandari, to put words into my mouth. You never understood my point. Madhav, I simply said that was the Supreme Court wrong in determining the factor that the hate speeches by any leader should be taken cognizance by the police officers, the SP immediately without any political interference?
Okay, I'll have to interrupt you there, Mr. Atikur Rahman, because we're completely out of time. Pradeep Bhandari, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Syed Asad Abbas, Atikur Rahman. Certainly a very, very disturbing set of visuals have come out of there from Mandya in Karnataka. We certainly hope that peace prevails. And at the end of the day, there is a message that all need to be very careful in the kind of messaging that happens. All netas, all political parties, and particularly those who are in power have a special responsibility, particularly the state government, given that law and order is the responsibility of those in power in the state of Karnataka. We'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.